When you create a brand, it's very difficult to gain trust from customers. Whether you're in retail or a space company, becoming dominant in the industry is a huge challenge. What's interesting is how easy it is to lose that hard-earned trust. One single mistake can overshadow all the successful products or services you've provided, and everyone will focus on that single failure. A perfect example of this is the recent SpaceX Falcon 9 failure. Falcon 9 has been the most successful rocket for almost a decade now, with hundreds of successful launches. It doesn't just launch payloads to orbit, it also returns the booster back to Earth, landing it on a drone ship or launch site. A couple of decades ago, this was something you'd only see in movies, but SpaceX made it a reality. However, all these achievements are now being overlooked, and SpaceX is under fire for the recent Falcon 9 rocket issue. This even resulted in the grounding of the rocket by the Federal Aviation Administration, but Musk thinks otherwise. He is defending the company and is very confident they will overcome this problem. In this video, we will talk about this incident and how Musk reacted to it. But before we get any deeper, please make sure to subscribe to our channel for future updates about SpaceX's groundbreaking achievements. One of Musk's biggest goals is to launch space rockets as frequently as airplanes. Achieving this goal is incredibly challenging, but when you look at SpaceX's current progress, it seems achievable within a few years. However, recently, an incident occurred that could hinder this goal. As we all know, SpaceX now launches rockets almost every week. On July 11, 2024, it was just another launch among dozens of others when they launched the Falcon 9 from Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. This mission aimed to deploy 20 Starlink satellites. The mission ended in failure when an issue arose during the second stage of the rocket's flight. Although the first stage performed as expected and successfully landed on the drone ship, "Of course I still love you." However, a liquid oxygen leak led to a failure in the second stage during its burn, preventing the satellites from reaching their intended orbit. This failure marked the first malfunction for Falcon 9 since 2015. The Falcon 9 is known for its reliability, completing 325 successful missions consecutively before this incident. Unfortunately, the liquid oxygen leak caused an anomaly that prevented the upper stage from delivering the payload to the correct orbit. As a result, the deployed satellites could not achieve the necessary thrust to reach their intended positions and are expected to re-enter and burn up in the Earth's atmosphere. Now let's talk about the important part: how the FAA punished SpaceX. You know how when someone doesn't like you, they jump at the chance to punish you the moment you slip up? That seems to be the case here. As we all know, SpaceX and the FAA have had a rocky relationship from the very early days of the company. Following the incident, the Federal Aviation Administration immediately grounded the Falcon 9 fleet. This grounding is a standard procedure to ensure public safety and to allow for a thorough investigation into the root cause of the failure. The FAA, in coordination with SpaceX, will conduct a detailed analysis to determine what went wrong and how to prevent similar issues in the future. The investigation will focus on various aspects, including the safety-critical systems, the nature and consequences of the anomaly, and the overall safety protocols. Many people believe this grounding is not fair, considering that this is SpaceX's first failure in almost a decade. Instead, some argue that the grounding of the rocket is more of a response to Musk's recent political dramas. We all know how Musk took a firm stance to support Trump after the recent assassination attempt on the former president. Musk was not an active supporter of any political party in the past. Although he stated that he voted for the Democrats in the last election, he was not nearly as vocal as he is now. For those of you who follow him on Twitter, you know that his engagement with political developments has increased significantly. Musk has even predicted that Trump would win by a landslide if indicted, demonstrating his strong support for the former president. Furthermore, there are reports that Musk promised to fund Trump's election campaign with up to $45 million per month, which naturally upset many Democrats. Musk's increased political involvement has made him a contentious figure, especially among those who oppose Trump. This political backdrop has led some to speculate that the FAA's decision to ground the Falcon 9 fleet might be influenced by political motives rather than purely safety concerns. Of course, Musk didn't stay silent about this. He also doubled down on his stance against the Democrats. He is now gradually moving out of Democratic states and relocating to more Republican-friendly states. Recently, Musk announced his decision to move SpaceX's headquarters from Hawthorne, California, to Starbase, Texas, and to shift the headquarters of X, formerly known as Twitter, from San Francisco to Austin, Texas. Musk made this decision public following the signing of a new student gender identity law by California Governor Gavin Newsom, which Musk described as the final straw. The law prohibits school districts from requiring teachers to notify parents about changes in a student's gender identity without the child's permission. Musk argued that such laws attack both families and companies, prompting his decision to relocate. Interestingly, Musk is going through all these challenges while also breaking long-standing world launch records. One of SpaceX's most significant milestones this year has been the successful launch of the Falcon 9's 21st flight. But recently, SpaceX surpassed its previous record with a new one. Join us as we examine how it all went down. In an outstanding move that has left the aerospace industry in awe, Elon Musk's SpaceX has once again pushed the boundaries of what's possible in space exploration. Just 1 month ago, SpaceX got a lot of buzz after its Falcon 9's 21st flight set a new reusability record for the company. But recently, SpaceX has once again hit another milestone with the Falcon 9 rocket. This groundbreaking mission marked the first time a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launched and landed 22 times. After Falcon 9 took off from the Space Force Station in Florida with 23 Starlink spaceships on board its rocket, everyone held their breath to see if it would once again achieve a successful landing. However, just 2 minutes and 34 seconds into the flight, the second stage separated from the Falcon 9 booster. After this was done successfully, its first stage booster then returned to Earth, landing on a SpaceX drone ship just offshore in the Atlantic Ocean. It's important to note that this launch occurred 8 minutes and 14 seconds into the mission, setting a record for SpaceX. So what does this mean for SpaceX? Well, while it's easier to launch a rocket from a launch pad into space, successfully landing the first stage back to Earth is not always an easy feat. By achieving 22 successful flights with the same booster, SpaceX is not only setting new records but also shaping the future of space travel and global connectivity. Which brings us to the next question. What makes Falcon 9 so great? With a height of 70 meters and a payload capacity of 22,800 kilograms to low Earth orbit, the Falcon 9 has set the standard for a rocket to be used and reused. One of its significant features, its boosters, allows the rocket to return back to Earth after it launches. Traditionally, rockets were expendable. To put things in perspective, when a company needed to launch a rocket, they always had to get a new one each time. And with millions and millions of dollars required to launch a new rocket, the cost of space missions was excessively high. However, the introduction of the Falcon 9 changed everything. Within a short time, Elon Musk has achieved a feat that even NASA claims is highly impressive. Along with this success, Elon Musk now plans to launch 1,000 rockets per year sometime in the near future, and the use of reusable boosters could make this a reality. However, his goals are not far-fetched, because just this year alone, Elon Musk has launched over 45 rockets and plans to reach 150 by the end of the year. This latest achievement continues to highlight SpaceX's long history of innovation and record-breaking. When Falcon 9 launched in 2010, it became the first privately developed liquid-fueled rocket to reach space. But this was only the beginning of SpaceX's journey to revolutionize space travel. In 2012, SpaceX demonstrated its capability once again by becoming the first privately funded company to dock with the International Space Station, ISS, after the Dragon spacecraft launched aboard a Falcon 9 rocket. However, like most things in life, SpaceX's journey over the has not been without some major challenges. In 2016, SpaceX faced several setbacks when a Falcon 9 rocket exploded during a pre-launch static fire test, destroying the rocket and its payload. Consequently, in 2020, although the initial launch was a success, The first flight of the Falcon Heavy experienced a major problem when the center core booster failed to land successfully on its drone ship. As a result, it missed its target and was lost at sea. Additionally, over the years, some Starlink satellites have failed to reach orbit or become non-operational, leading to increased costs and setbacks. And there have also been launch delays due to technical issues, weather conditions, and range safety concerns. But despite these challenges, SpaceX's resilience and problem-solving capabilities have led to continuous improvements. Take the Dragon, for example. For years, SpaceX's Dragon has been a major force in the industry. Currently, Crew Dragon holds the record of the rocket with the largest number of crewed flights in the industry. This impressive track record of innovation and reliability from SpaceX has not gone unnoticed by key players in the space industry. As a testament to their growing reputation, SpaceX was recently awarded a contract by NASA to determine how fast SpaceX can launch a Dragon spacecraft in an emergency scenario, especially one that involves retrieving stranded crew members from the ISS. This move came shortly after NASA astronauts Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore got stranded at the International Space Station, ISS. Due to thruster issues and helium leaks on the Boeing Starliner, the members of its crew have faced difficulties returning back. If you enjoyed watching and found it useful, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.